Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna record. Here you go. So let's see. We did what did we do in the 10s today? Yeah, what we did here was the CL, right? And we did the uniform accelerated motion. And then spring break. See that spring break, April 7th and 31st of March, spring break,
Yeah.
right? Cesar Chavez holidays, 31st and 7th spring break. So take a look at the website there at the college. They spell that out for you, okay? What
All right,
to do.
thank you.
Okay, so let me update here. I'm updating here. I'm gonna do something different than what, yeah, here you go. We have a good thing going on here. No lab off. And that's going to be version 4. Okay, it's going to be our version 4, and then I'll post that for you. One more student coming. And those. We are going to do lab 3, but I decided after I saw I corrected your lab reports, and I think it would be a good idea to go through the corrected lab reports, okay? Corrected lab reports. So today is the 17th, and I'm giving you a little break for uniformly accelerated motion. Now is due on the 24th. Okay, and let's see. Introduction, I went through the syllabus. We did lab 1 measurement, and then what we did afterwards, I filled it in and CL and significant figures. That's what we did here. Significant figures, right? We did the uniformly accelerated motion, and then I corrected the lab reports. And I'm going to go through the correction of the lab reports and other things, okay? And let's make sure everything, okay, here is not applicable. Not applicable. That's, yeah, 14th, good. Sounds right. And let's save a copy. PDF. Okay, so is in this place here. I'm going to upload the new syllabus to your, and is there anybody else here waiting to be accepted? Let's see here. Participants. Okay, we have 14 students. We're in good shape. Let's go there to their, go ahead, go to your Google, your group folder. There is correction here for, I correct your lab report, and I'm gonna go through this correction with you, so you don't make the same mistakes again. And I have also to brief you in another something additional for the significance figures, okay, that I didn't brief you yet. So you can successfully do the third lab. Harbor, go spring, lab reports, syllabus. Good. And here you go, version 4. Remove. You can refer to the version 4 of the syllabus with all the schedules, with the schedule for the semester. Okay, so here you go. Read the confidence level table for the. So we did that. Get trend line. Okay. Yeah, today is March 17, 2022. And here you go. Report for lab 1 was corrected and uploaded to your folder. And I'm going to walk you through what you have to do, okay? So how to read your grade in the lab report, okay? So I'm going to do a step, I'm going to walk you through step by step what you have to do. Go to your group folder. Okay, and let me put another note here. Report for lab 2 is due next week. Next class meeting. Let's put next class meeting. Okay, how to read your grade in the lab report. Okay, go to your group folder. And then what you have to do. But don't pay attention to what's here below. Okay, so here you go. Identify a .html file with your group, of your group. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Go, let's see, if you're group number 1, for instance, group folder right here. If you're group number 1, I uploaded a HTML file for group number 1. That's the file here. P37 L01 G01 HTML. Okay, it's very important that you understand that so you can follow what you did wrong. Okay, on your group. In your group, identify an HTML file in your group folder. For instance, for group number 1, this file is P37L01 group 01.html. Okay. Download this file to your hard drive. Download this file to your hard drive. Then download the folder associated with this file. That's P37L01 group 01. What else? For the case of group 1, right? Is this folder that I'm talking about? Okay, it's underscore file. Underscore file. This file, this HTML file for group 1. This folder is entitled downloads to your hard drive. Everybody's following? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want everybody type that, please. Please type everybody there in the chat. Let's see. Only one student. Yeah, more coming. Good, good, good. I want to see everybody's yes here. One, yes, sir. Good. What do I use? Oh, we're gonna get there, Robert. Hang in there. Hang in there. We're gonna get there. First download, and then I'll show you how to open that. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So you follow with me. I'm gonna download the HTML file first. Those files usually end up in your download folder. Here you go. See that? I downloaded it. In my computer, ends up in the downloaded folder. See, download folder right in here. Here's the file. And then I'm going to download the. Wait a minute. Are you seeing my screen? You're seeing my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to download the folder. Okay, here you go. It's didn't download yet. It's zipping. Yeah, good. It downloaded. And it went to the same place. Okay, here you go. Here's the file. Here is the folder. The download folder was zipped. Do you see the zipper in the folder? You have to extract the folder from the zip. Okay, so I'm going to write that down here. The folder you download, the folder and file you download, usually, depending on how your computer is set up, okay, and end up in your download folder of your computer. Okay. Go to the folder where these two documents, I call it documents, these two files, right, are located. Okay, so here you go, in my download folder. Okay, the HTML file is in its proper format. However, the folder is zipped and you must unzip it. Okay, so how do you unzip it? Okay, to unzip the folder, double click the zip folder, copy the contents and paste in the same folder where your HTML file is located. Okay, located. Let's go. Here you go. Download. Here you go. I'm gonna do exactly what I wrote in there. Okay, this file is in good shape. You don't need to do anything right now with this file, but you have to unzip this folder. Here you go. Double click. You are inside the folder. Notice that this folder here is not unzipped. What do? You copy this folder. Control C and go outside the same level and paste the folder. Now we have everything in the way we want. Okay. If you want to move those two guys to a different place, that's fine, but make sure that they are exactly in the same folder. Make sure they're exactly in the same folder. Okay. After unzipping the folder, Google Doc file, let's see here. let me see. Some people are asking. Well, let me finish writing here. After unzipping the folder, make sure the folder. Make sure the folder is located on the same folder as the h.html file is. Okay, so let me see. What's the file he uploaded? A Google Docs file, because that's all I see. And one of the files is a Google Doc file. Let me see here, John. Take a look. Is a HTML file. See that? When you download it, it looks like a Google Chrome, right? Take a look. See that? See how it looks like? A Google Chrome file, because it's HTML format. Okay, maybe that's what you meant. Okay. Okay, John.
I'm looking, but if I had to be honest, it looks different for me.
When you put in your hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay, which how do you call it? Which browser are you using?
I think it Chrome is what
Chrome. Does it
yeah.
have an HTML? Does it have an HTML extension?
No, it doesn't show for me. It has the
Okay.
name, but it doesn't have the HTML.
Most likely you're looking at the folder, not at the file. Which group are you?
Number 3.
All right, here you go. Number 3. Here you go. Group number 3. Let's see here. Okay, that's the file you must download. Okay, did you download this file?
Yes.
Okay, now, and that's the folder you're supposed to download as well. Did you download this folder?
Yes.
Okay, when you download this folder and the file, they're going to look like that. Okay, some may that's the oh, wait a minute. When you download, let me delete that first. When you download the, oh gosh, I don't want that. Here you go. I'm going to download this one. When you, interesting. They download the, okay. When you download the folder, it's going to look like that, like a zipped folder. Do you see a zipped folder there?
For me, it looks different. It looks like 3 books stacked on top of each other with a belt keeping them along.
Do you have a zip extension? .zip extension?
I think I see it.
I think you see. Okay. Okay, so here you go. Conrad, see the Google Chrome icon too. Okay, so I didn't get a zipped folder. Okay, sometimes, Roy, sometimes the folder is not zipped. Sometimes it downloaded in the way it's supposed to be. Okay. So maybe that's what's happening also to you, John. Okay, so your folder is going to look either like that or it's going to look like that. How does it look like?
I can't really say.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta tell me. You know, take a.
I opened up the folder.
Yeah.
And it says file list XML, 4 images, 3 sheets, a style sheet.
Yeah, see that? The same thing I see here. See that? So both like, okay, so it looks like it's unzipped. Your folder is unzipped. Okay, it looks like your folder is unzipped. Okay, is it in the same folder as your HTML file? Make sure this folder here of yours is exactly in the same folder as this file. Do you see the HTML file there?
No.
Okay, so you gotta download your HTML file. Okay, go here. Here you go. Go in your group folder, right click it and download it.
Download. All right, it's
Okay.
downloaded.
No zip. Let's see. No zip folder, Ernesto. Okay. Which group are you, Ernesto?
I got it, sir.
Group number?
I was number 1, but I got it now.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So your group number 1. So you see it. Do you see exactly what I see here? The folder and the file?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Ernesto's in good shape. Now let's see. Let's see anybody else. Roy, are you in the same? Are you in good shape, Roy? I got the Google Chrome icon too. Yeah, Roy is in good shape. Mine has a HTML extension. Can you check group number 2 as well? I see the zip folder now, Professor. I have it now. Okay, I have both the Chrome icon and the folder. You unzip the folder, right? Right, Roy? It's better if you just answer. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got both. Okay. And I unzip it. Wait. Okay, good, good, good. Samuel, he should double click on that, then right click the folder and extract a specific folder. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. So someone else is waiting there. Let me get it. So we're going a little slow here. Okay. So let me check everybody. Make sure nobody's falling too behind. Okay. So today is the 17th. And in this meantime, you have Francisco Amesco. Are you there, Francisco? No, Francisco is not. Brian Gonzalez. I don't think so, right? So let's see. Juan Francisco Sanchez. No. Okay, Ortacelli, are you there? She's here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you manage to download the file and the folder?
Yes.
Okay. Did you unzip the file, the folder? So file, folder, download. Yeah. Yes, Ortacelli. Were you able to unzip the folder as well?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. So. Yes, next. Ernesto, were you able to unzip the folder and to download the file and unzip the folder?
And I downloaded it right now. I'm currently unzipping it, but all I gotta do is right click and zip, right?
What do you say?
I just have to right click unzip.
The way I do it, it may work this way, but the way I do it, I know it works. I double click, go inside, copy the contents and paste outside. That's how I do it. Let me see if there is an option for unzip. Compress to zip. Yeah, I don't have this option. Oh, extract all. There is this option here. That's another way. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's another way. So there is more than one way of doing the same thing, right? I prefer to go inside, copy and paste. Samuel, were you able to download the file and unzip the folder?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Roy was able, right, Roy? So Kavi?
Yes.
Okay. Robert Supelsa?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Aidan Zamora? Aidan? I don't see Aidan here. So next, Nathan, Lillian? Nathan, are you there? I see Nathan in the list. Please, okay, okay, good. Did you download the file and did you unzip the folder? Yes, okay, good. So John Lortz.
Yes, I'm confirming with my teammates. I show them a screenshot and they said it looks like I'm on the right track.
Okay, good, thank you. Dino. I'm gonna show you what's the next step, okay? The next step, Evan Matthew Hilario.
Yes, Professor.
Yes, good. Ryan McNeil. Yes, that's good. Joe Romero. Okay, Franz Darwin Sul. Franz Darwin. Yes, Franz is here. Okay. Did you manage to download the file and unzip the folder? Yes. Okay. Good. Evan John Hilario, just tell me yes if you were able to download the file and unzip the folder. Evan John Hilario. Yeah. Good. Kevin Lopez.
I haven't found the file at all. I'm trying to
haven't
look for it.
found? You're group 5. Let's see. Group 5. Let's take a look at group 5. Okay. So here you go. See P37 L01 G05 HTM right here. Right click and download. And then the folder. Do you
Yeah,
see
it's
it
in
now?
the group. It's in the group folder, but mine it's not popping up on my end.
Well,
Oh, found it.
be-
Found it. I just had to
Found
keep. I had to keep. What's it called?
Huh.
I had to keep refreshing it. What was it again? The
Yeah.
HTM.
Yeah, the HTM. First download the HTM and then download the folder. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes the cloud doesn't work as advertised, right? Cloud still has some bugs there. Kevin Lopez, are you
Yeah,
good shape, Kevin?
I'm about to actually unzip the folder right now.
Uh-huh.
So, but I just downloaded the file already.
Okay, I was talking to you, right? Here.
Yes.
So let's go to the next. Roberto Melena. Are you there, Roberto? Doesn't look like he's there.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Did you download the
Yeah.
file and the folder?
Yeah.
Okay, and unzip them.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so it looks like everybody has been able to download this. So here you go. It's supposed to look like that. Those two. Keep them on the same folder. Don't drag this, do not drag this file into the folder. Keep it there. Now, all you have to do is double click this file. All you have to do is to see your mistakes and your grade, double click this file. Group 1, can I display your grade here in the screen
Yes, sir.
for everybody to see? Is that okay with you? I need to hear from everybody there. Everybody from group 1.
I think we got an 80%.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, is that okay? Okay, so group 1. Ortasali, is that okay with you, Ortasali?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so if you double click it, you're going to see a color code there, a grade, see? Grade here at the top. Let me see, this group got 81, right? And then you have this color code here. This red color means that they didn't get the unit here. Okay, the correct unit here. The green color means that they put too many significant figures. Okay, the number of significant figures here, group 1, are supposed to be just 1 because you have only one significant figure here. See that? So you're supposed to display 2 times 10 to minus 7. 3. Actually, when you display only one significant figure, 2.7 becomes 3, right? And 3.8 becomes 4. You put too many significant figures. See, this one has 2 here, so you have 2 here. 2. So you got it. You got it right. Okay. So what else? Okay, you didn't get it right here. This one you didn't. The CL for the vernier caliper, you didn't get the right value. Okay, you didn't get the units for the slope and the percentage difference. Okay. Let me see if you had any other problem. Oh yeah, you put the wrong title. Okay, make sure you put the right title because you didn't get the right title. I took out 5 points. Okay. And for those students who didn't include the hard copy, I took out 10 points. Okay, so all this grade here is already right in here in your final grade. Okay, so that's what you have to know. So were you able to open the file? I want to know if you were able to open the file. Group 1, were you able to open the file?
Yes.
Yes, Ortacel, Ernesto, and Samuel. If you don't say anything, I'm going to assume that you were able to open the file and see your grades, okay? So
Yes.
group 2, were you able to open the file and see your grades and the mistake that you made?
No,
No? What's that?
no, we can't open it.
None of you or just you?
All of us.
All of you? Whoa.
Yep.
Okay. Roy Conrad. I wasn't able to see it. And what about Sokavi? You wasn't able
I wasn't either.
No? Robert Supelsa?
Yeah, no.
No? Okay. Aidan Zamora? Aidan is not here. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna try to download your file, your group number 2. Okay, do you mind if I display your grades there to the class? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna download the folder. Okay, come on, man. It's taking time to zip. Okay, download. And now the file, here you go, download. Okay, go there to the place. Okay, I'm going to delete those guys because I don't want too much junk here. Here you go. Now I'm going to unzip, right? Here you go. You should be able to see this and this in your download folder. Make sure this thing doesn't download to the cloud, okay? Make sure you download to your hard drive. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna open the folder, copy the contents, get out, and place and paste the contents. Let's see if I can. And now I'm going to double click this guy here. They should be in the same folder. Do not put this file inside the folder. I'm going to double click. Okay, here you go. See, I can open your file. Okay, I can open your file. Okay, there's a bunch of things that you missed. See that? You know, red all over. You put too few sequence figures here. You didn't do the proper format of the number. Okay, so what else you missed? Yeah, you got the units correctly, but you know, you missed lots of things. Okay. Oh, you missed the sequence figure as
Professor,
well.
I was able to open it, and something that I did notice is at least with this one, when I opened it and the student names on the left side are not the people in our group.
Really? Group number 2, which group are you?
We're group number 2. It says it right there. There's like a Dylan M, Mario A.
Oh
Ramon
yeah.
B.
Oh yeah, because they, interesting. Let me see what happened here. So did I get it wrong? They put group 2 here. Who is Dylan? Dylan M, Mario A. Let's see.
Yeah, that's not our
Yeah,
group.
that's not you, right?
Yeah,
so let
that's
me
not
see.
ours.
Is either a node file? Let me see, Dylan. Let's see if it's, or yeah, there's no Dylan here. Interesting. It looks like I made a mistake. Yeah, it looks like I made a mistake.
Our group is Aiden, Robert, Sakavi, and Roy Conrad.
Okay. Well, let me check here. Strange. Okay, I must have done some mistake here. Must have the. Let's see. Well, I'll figure out. Remind me, okay? Remind me, and then I'll be, you know.
Yeah, I made a note with our group. So yeah, not gonna lie, we did get a bit scared because we were like, uh-oh, you know, it's kind of scary seeing all of that, but
okay.
yeah,
yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
oh yeah, see that? It's less semester. See that?
Yeah.
So I do not know. Something happened when I was correcting that, you know. It's possible that I forgot to copy and paste your saying. Okay, good.
There's
so
no worries. I'll remind you for sure, at least when we have
remind
time.
me, and then I'll get everything for you before we leave. Okay.
Sounds good, Professor. Thank you.
Okay, so you're more relieved now, right? Okay, but at least you learned how to open the file, right? At least you folks know what the step.
I just so that everybody else might have the same issue. Mine was placed inside of a folder that was inside of another folder. So if that happens, you got to make sure that the like that Chrome icon that pops up is next to the folder that opens up all of those files.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see if we had any other problems. Let's see, just group number 2, right? Yeah, group number 2. I'm gonna put a note here. So someone else is coming. Samuel, good. Now, group number 3, are you good shape, right? Is that the right file, group number 3? Since we had this issue with group number 2, I'm gonna check with you folks if you got the right name there on your left side. Nathan, John, and Dino, right? Everything is good. Okay. So it looks like, what about group 4? You know, can you open and see your grade and your correction there? Group number 4. Okay, good. So it looks like you're the lucky one, group number 2, that or the unlucky, right? What about group number 5? You're in good shape too, right? Group number 5.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see your grade, everything. Okay, so that's what I want to clear with you all, folks. So there is more that we need to do here. And here you go. After unzipping the folder, make sure files located in the same. The folder is located in the same folder. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Now double click the .htm file. Yeah? The .htm file. You should be able to see your correction and grade. Okay, if you do that. So make sure you don't make any mistakes about sequence figures, the CL, and so on. Okay. So what else you have to worry? Let me see. It's 8:11. Okay, we can go another 20 minutes before we go for a break. Okay. Now let's talk about significant figures. Here you go. Significant figures, right? I covered significant figures, SigFigs, for multiplication and division, right? But I did not cover SigFigs for summation and subtraction. Did I cover significant figure for summation and subtraction? No, right? Just let me get some feedback from you. You're going to need the significant figure for summation and subtraction in this next, in the lab number 2. Okay, you will need to know the rule for SigFig for summation and subtraction, so you can get it. You can get it right. Get it right. Okay. Not in your lab portion of it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, but let's go over here again. Okay. Okay, the only thing that varies between instructors is how you write down the number of significant figures when you make a measurement, okay? Here in my lab, okay, like I said, here in my lab, I like to use the conservative approach for significant figures of a measurement, significant figures of a measurement. No, use the resolution of the device. So that's some people teach it differently, you know, but either way is correct. But for my case, because I have a software that corrects in a specific way, we're going to use this conservative approach. Okay. Now, what about if you are summing or subtracting two measurements with a given number of significant figures? Okay, significant figures. Okay, so there is a rule. There's a rule for that. Okay, let's see if we can get an example. And let's see. Let's see, you got a position, right? Position for your cart of 1.513 meters, right? Suppose. And you made, if you go to lab number 2, let's go to lab number 2. Here you go. I'm gonna get raw data, lab number 2, and I want to give an example for lab number 2 here. Okay. Remember, we made several measurements. So in this case, it's not 1 point whatever, it's 0.254, right? So let's go through this. So what do you have here? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measurements, right? That have 3 decimal places of significant figure. Okay. Example, right? Example. Consider the measurement for y in lab number 2, in lab 2. Okay, so let me in lab 2. Here you go. You have measurement 1, x.123, right? Measurement number 2 is also x.123, right? x.123, x.123, a total of 5 measurements. The last significant digit is this one right in here, right? Here you go. Oops. And I am underlining it. So what's the rule for sum first, right? Then we worry about subtraction. When you sum, start by summing 2 measurements. Okay? When you sum 2 measurements, right, you're gonna stop right at the decimal place that has the least amount of significant figures, right? That you should know already, right? That's how the rule you get whenever you have a summation like that. Okay, so let's do an example here. I'm going to do an example for this one right here. Here you go. I'm going to already, because those measurements were done with a ruler, they all must have 3 decimal places, right? Here you go. Number 3 decimal places. That's the correct way of displaying the significant figures. That's the last 9, 1, 0, 0, and 1 are the last significant figures. 0 to the right of a significant digit is a significant digit. And now we're going to take the average of those 5 measurements. Before we take the average of those 5 measurements, what you have to do? You have to sum them, right? And that was exactly what I did here. I summed them. Here you go. Format cell. And we should stop at the third decimal place. And I have to change also the format. It's better to change the format to numbers. And now everything is lined up. Do you see here what happened? Something interesting happens when you sum significant, or when you sum measurements. Something interesting happens. Sometimes, not all the time, okay? But for this case here, you know, this something interesting happened. You have three significant figures here. You have 3 here, 3, 3, and 3. And yet, according to this rule, stopping at the last decimal place, the sum ends up with 4 significant digits. Okay? Do you see what happened? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. The summation ends up with 4 significant digits. When you take the average, you are dividing this number here by 5. So it becomes the division rule, right? And when you do the division rule, you should gain a significant figure. The final result, therefore, the average should be displayed with 4 significant digits, not 3, because you end up gaining a significant digit in the process of summation. Make sense? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I'm going even, here you go. I'm going to make sure you do, you do that. No, I don't want like that. I want the other way. So you can see that the final measurement gained a significant digit with respect to those original measurements. The final result gain a significant digit with respect to the other measurement, okay? So that's how you do is summation. We can do a subtraction too. Let's do a subtraction. Okay, let's do a subtraction. Make sure you go this step by step. Here you go. D is one measurement minus the other, right? D is going to be X minus, what happened here? Oh yeah, the guy put the digit there. The correct way would be, yeah, that's okay. You put 0.2602, okay? So let's go ahead and this X here has 3 decimal places, right? This X here is supposed to be like displayed as 2.123. Okay, and I'm going to display it with the proper number of significant digits, 2, 3. Here you go. And we will be subtracting 0.2602, right? 2602 from this other one. Format 1, 2, 3, 4. Format cell. Here you go. And I'm going to left justify. Here you go. I got it. Now, do you see now? You have this number here with 3 decimal places, and you have this other number with 4 decimal places.
Professor?
Yeah.
Can I quickly ask to see the Word file really quickly one more time regarding the rules of the significant figures? I copied it down and just wanted to make sure I got it
Yeah,
down
okay, go ahead.
properly.
So let's go here. I'm doing examples, right? What about if you're summing and subtracting 2 elements, okay? With a given number of significant figures, okay? You consider let's see, the rule for summing and subtraction. I gave you an example here for the same decimal places, right? When you have different numbers of decimal places, okay, you preserve the final result. The final result must have the least number of decimal places, okay? That's how you do it. And I'm doing an example right now. How? Okay, so for sum and subtraction, right? For sum and subtraction. Okay. If you're summing and if you are summing and if you are summing and subtracting numbers with different numbers of decimal places, the final result must have the least number of decimal places. Okay. So here you go. The situation is like that. Like in that problem, one has something like that, 3 decimal places. The other one has, 4 decimal places. If you're summing or subtracting, the final result should have what? Should be written as 0.123. So you ignore this one here because this one is the one that has the least, we call it, not the least accuracy, it's the least, oh boy, I forgot it, I'll remember, okay? The least, I'll remember later on. But let's continue with our example then. Make sense? Let's continue with our example right in here.
Yes,
Okay.
it makes sense. Thank you so much. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
So here you go. Yeah, thank you. Here you go. Let's see if I can get, okay, that's the last decimal place that in your SigFigsFileCorrection. I cannot see, unfortunately, I cannot highlight it for this one. And the last decimal place is this one. So when you subtract, we're going to subtract that minus, right? Minus, now subtract. Yeah, I'm going to do like that. Okay, this one minus this one, right? So let's go ahead, put in the right format, number, right? When I look here, we should stop at the 3rd decimal place, right? So you go ahead, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to like that, okay? So that's the result that you must have. And you go like that. Make sense? This, you stop right here in the 0. You don't, you do that for both sum and subtraction. You keep the least number of decimal places. Okay, so here you go. So now I'm going to summarize here, okay? Okay, when you multiply or divide 2 numbers, the result must have the least number of significant figures of the 2. Okay, that's for summation and subtraction, the rule is different. You preserve the least number of decimals. See the difference between multiplication and division and summation and subtraction? Okay. We can even come up with a table right in here. 3, right? Yeah. Sum and subtraction. No. Yeah. Multiplication and division. Operation, right? Significant figures. Stop at the least number of sig figs. Okay. Here, stop at the least number of decimal places. See the difference between one and the other? That's the rule for significant figures. Can you remember that easily? One is the least number of significant figures. The other one is the least number of decimal places. Easy enough to remember. We can do a bunch of examples, right? Let's do a bunch of examples here so you can get it right. Okay. Significant figure. Stop at the least number of sig figs. Stop at the least number of decimal places. So let's see for area, right? Suppose that you want to calculate the area. You measure the length and the width of something. Everything is in meter. Okay, length is in meter, width is in meter. So here you go. Let's say 1, 2, 3, right? The width is going to be 0.521, and both of them has 3 decimal places because they are measured with the same instrument. What's going to be the area? You go, put this, the unit is going to be squared, superscript. I'm going to multiply one by the other. Okay, I get this number. Here you go, quantity, value, number of sig figs. How many sig figs do we have here? 4, right? We have 3 significant figures here. This result must have how many significant figures? The least number of significant figures. This result must, so we go ahead. In this specific case, the number of decimal places coincide with the number of significant figures. So I'm going to go ahead, number 3. That's going to be the right result. Okay. Example 4 n. We have the same example, something like that for division as well. Now, for the case of division and multiplication by integer numbers, you by not integer numbers, but mathematical numbers, okay? Mathematical numbers, doesn't have to be integer. Mathematical numbers, not measurements. Measurements per se. You treat the number, the mathematical number, with infinite numbers of, you treat the mathematical number as though it has an infinite number of significant figures. Okay, that's what you have to know. Subtraction, okay. Is that 8:30 right now? Any questions about that? So go ahead, review your lab number 2. You are going to have, here you go, you have examples for L, B, and H, right? Here, you are going to have measurements of Y that you first have to sum and then take the average. when you take the average, you're dividing this number by a mathematical number, an integer mathematical number. The integer is 5. We treat the 5 as though it has an infinite number of significant figures. So you end up with 4 significant figures here. The nice thing about summation is that you increase the number of significant figures. That was the nice thing about summation. That's why it's so important for you to repeat the same experiment over and over again. When you increase the number of significant figures, what do? You increase also the precision of the measurement. Have you thought about that? Okay, the larger, here you go, the larger the number of significant figures, the greater is the precision of your measurement or result. It's not just the measurement, but the result as well. Okay, so let's see how your folks are doing there. And just want to double check if everybody's still there. Ortacelli, are you still there? Hello, is Ortacelli there? Ortacelli, let's see. Yeah, she's here, but she's not answering. She must be away from the computer. Ernesto
Yeah,
Aragon, are you? Huh?
Oh yeah, me and Araceli were communicating right now over the lab.
What did you say?
Yeah, me and Araceli were communicating right now over the lab, so I'm sure she's gonna be
Okay,
back.
you're talking among each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking among each other. Okay. Okay, group number 2. Let's solve your problem, group number 2. You still don't have the file, right?
Yeah, so we were gonna ask, when did you want to discuss this? Because we could discuss either like, I talked with the group and we agreed that we'll be willing to work even on the break if you wanted to do it on the break or if you wanted to do it after class. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
so let me see how we're gonna do here. Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a break. Yeah, let's take a break, and then when we return from the break, you folks keep on working there, and I correct your lab, okay? Your lab report and upload that for you, okay? Let's do it this way.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So I'll see you in 15 minutes, okay? So it's 8:36 right now. We return at 8:51. Okay, break till 8:51 p.m. 55, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah. See you soon.
And I'm really sorry, Professor. Did you want to do it now or
Yeah, let's
after?
do after the break. Let's do after the break.
After the break? No
Yeah,
problem.
let's do after the break.
No
Let's take
problem.
a little break here because it's already 1 hour. Okay. And I will correct your lab report after the break and upload that for you. Yeah, you can do that very
Okay,
quick.
sounds good. I'll let you, we'll discuss afterwards as well. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Professor.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Here you go. Good. So sometimes when you sum several measurements, you may end up increasing the number of significant figures in your result as you saw in the example, right? And sometimes when you subtract 2 or more measurements, you may end up decreasing because of the rule, the way the rule is set up, okay? Because the way the rule is set up, that those are 2 possible outcomes of significant figures in your result. That's an important thing here. And okay, so let's see, let's take a look at some examples, okay? To, multiplying or dividing, dividing 2 measurements. One with 3 sig figs and the other with 4 sig figs. Okay, sig figs. How many sig figs? How many sig figs will your result have? Okay, so think about that. Okay. Okay, and another example, exercises, right? Let's put that exercises. Think about that. Exercise, multiply or divide 2 measurements. Another one. Multiplying a measurement. A single measurement. Single measurement with 3 significant figures by a mathematical number. This mathematical number can be pi, can be e, okay, can be square root of 2, right, etc. Can be an integer number, etc. Those are mathematical numbers. How many significant figures will you have? Okay. Multiplying or dividing a single measurement with 3 significant figures by a mathematical number.
You
Okay.
wrote diving, by the way, Professor.
What do you say?
You wrote diving.
Diving, dividing. Suppose, okay, dividing. Thank you. Dividing a single measurement with 3 significant. Okay. So go ahead, type there in the chat box what that would be, so I can test you to see if you get it right. Okay, so 2 different exercises, all right? Multiplying and dividing. Let's see, nothing about push if we learn about the lecture part of it. Okay. Ernesto. So, anyone want to share their result here? How many significant figures would your result have for those 2 measurements? We can
3?
even, huh?
Is it 3?
For the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
multiplying.
what about the second one?
Oh, my bad.
What about the second one?
Can I answer the second question?
Yeah,
Professor?
go ahead.
Yeah, so for the second one, it should be 3 unless the integer number itself is less than 3.
Okay. Well, remember, right? An integer, a mathematical number, whether it's pi, e, or integer, is considered having an infinite number of significant figures. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. So then for the second answer, it should just be 3.
3 as well. Yeah, that's right. In general, okay, we can state the problem in the following way. I can come up with a much more generic exercise. Multiplying or dividing 2 measurements, okay? One with m significant figures, m number of significant figures, and another with n number of significant figures. Let's say m less than n. How many significant figures will your final result have? Okay, that's the most generic way of stating this type of exercise. Then we can do the same here, right? Multiply or divide a single measurement with m significant figures by a mathematical number, pi, e, an integer number, etc. How many sig figs will your result have? Okay. So, following the same rule, anybody would like to answer that? Think about that. Right. Let me see, did I place there? 851. Yeah, group 2, I already have your corrected homework there, your corrected lab report, okay?
The final result should have M SigFigs.
Yeah, M SigFigs. In both of them, right? In both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So, okay, good. Any questions?
Just to make sure, how many significant figures?
Which one?
What we just mentioned right now.
Oh yeah, M. Yeah, M number of sequence figures for both of them. Because why is that? Because M is less than N, right?
Okay.
Okay, M is less than N. Let's do another example. Let's see. Use some two numbers. One with 3 decimal places and the other with 4 decimal places. Not two numbers, you some 2 measurements. Okay, one with 3 decimal places and the other with 4 decimal places. How many decimal places does your final result have? Okay. So here you go. It doesn't matter. I'm not asking how many significant figures. I'm asking how many decimal places, right? Decimal, remember decimal places is different from significant figures. The idea of decimal places is different from the idea. Here you go. Okay, here one number, right? With 3 decimal places. Here's the other number with 4 decimal places. We sum them. And then how many decimal places are you gonna get? You gotta keep track of the last significant digit, right? How many would you have? Think about that. For me, it's kind of straightforward, those things, right? But for you who are learning that for the first time, it might be a little bit difficult. Anybody would like to volunteer? You can type there in the chat box, in the chat window. Let's see. Okay, Evan, okay. Yeah, that's 3, right? You end up with, you stop right in here. Don't forget with the least precise number. Okay. You use the decimal place of the least precise number. Okay. You use the number of decimal places of the least precise number. Okay. So let me see if I have anything else. Okay, this is gonna be for the next lab. So let me put a break right here. Oh, not this one. Insert page break. Good. And any more questions? So do you want me to go through the, let's go through the lab report, the hard copy, right? Let's go through the hard copy. So we're gonna get here the syllabus. And there is lab report. So those who didn't do the hard copy will have the opportunity to do that now for the next lab, right? Let's see, laboratory work, laboratory report, hard copy and special data file. Okay. So let me see here what happens. Incorrect file title. That's not this one I want. Hard copy. Okay, group 1 did, group 2 didn't do, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so everybody else did. Everybody else came up with groups 1, 3, 4, and 5. They came up with the hard copy. Just watch out for the incorrect title, right? The correct title should be only the P37 L01 G01. Okay, make sure you use that. So let's see. Here you go. Hard copy, and there's a format for the hard copy here. Other factors that affect. Let's see. Proper lab format. Lab report format. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Here are the instructions. The hard copy of your lab report must be Microsoft Word and saved in a PDF format. I recommend you use Times New Roman font, size 12 or larger. Any departure from the documented format will affect your final grade. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items only. I don't ask you to, to write things about what happened to the date. I don't ask any of that. Okay, so what do? You go ahead. First, you have a title page, right? Let's see here. I'm gonna open my Microsoft document. Here you go. Title page. What does the title page has? It's supposed to have? The title page is supposed to have, okay. Center justified. You're gonna center justify, okay? See, center justify, left justify, right justify. You're gonna use center to justify. And you're going to use, I like the times, but remember, times font. But it should be at least 12 size, at least, can be larger. Just don't make too large, right? Laboratory reports, physics 37. Lab can be a lab report, physics 37. Here you go. What else? Here you go. Laboratory number and title, right? So here you go. Lab number 1. Lab 1, and then the title take out from the syllabus. Here you go. Measurements. Next. What's going on here? Item number and title. Name of the student who performed the lab in alphabetical order by their family name. Okay, straightforward, right? So let's see, for group number 2, what would that be? Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Only those students who participate in the lab, okay? In this case, Aidan was not there for the meeting, right? For the first, no, for the second lab, right? So Aidan, let's see. Oh no, Aidan is not here today. Okay, if Aidan was not here for the lab, for the first lab, then you don't put the name, right? So here you go. And it's gonna be center justified as well. Here you go. Straightforward, right? Here you go. By family name, last name. By the family last name. Here you go. You gotta increase the size times Euroman. Gotta be 12. Okay. And Supelsa. Okay. Should have named. What else? Group number. Okay. Group number, what, 2? What are we doing here? This is practice to write an actual report, real life, and the date that the experiment was performed, right? Just not exactly performed, but the date of the meeting. The date of the meeting for the first lab was which one? Let's see. Take a look at the was performed. The date that we met. The date that we met was 24th of February. Here you go. That's the first page. I don't need that anymore. Insert a page break, go to the next one. What's going to be the next one? Here you go, lab report 2, right, folks? That's group 2. Here you go. Let's take a look again at the syllabus. Here you go. Next. In the next page, prepare a typewritten table with the original data and any results. The table must be neat and well planned so the reader can easily grasp the data. Also include the proper units and significant figures in this table, right? You know, the best thing that you can do, just copy and paste all the tables that you have in there. Okay, here you go. You have this first table here. Copy and paste. You know, here you go. Make sure what is the size of that. Here you go. That's good size, font size 16. Yeah. Next one, you know. And then you have to plan. If the table is too large, okay? If the table is too large, then you can split it. Let's see if it's going to be too large. Yeah, it's too large, right? So we go ahead and split the table. Let's see. Or you can decrease the size of the font size as well. Let's see if we don't decrease in the spreadsheet, decrease right in here in the, let's see if we can get, no. Yeah, that's, yeah, what I suggest that you do in this case, you know, copy half of the table right in here. Okay, here you go. Provided it fits there. Okay, and you can even come up with a line here on the right side. There's a way to do that. Here you go, right in here. So the table looks nice. You're practicing how to do technical reports. You might even want to justify like that. Okay. Maybe, let's see, maybe we can, yeah, can decrease the size of this table. Yeah, you could even center justify. Here you go, center justify. Here you go, move a little bit like that. Okay, it's gonna take some time, but it's good practice for actual real life. You get familiar how this software works. Okay, and you can, if you want to make your life even easier, you might want to adjust the width of the columns right here too. Okay, you go. Let's see. Play a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Can we do better? And maybe now, and I would suggest that you center justify to look better. Okay, can you do better than that? Let's see. And now that I shrink it a little bit, you should be able to copy and paste. Let's see what we'll be able to copy and paste. I don't think we'll be able to copy and paste everything. But if you cannot copy and paste everything, at least something, right? Let's see. At least more than what we had. Here you go. Yeah. Yeah, we can. Okay, we can do, but we can go all the way down, So plan like that, okay? So I guess if you want to do it in a quicker way, we do like that. Here you go. We can copy and paste this first set of measurements, okay? And then what do we do next? You copy and paste the other set of measurements, and since you're going to have 4 columns, right? In the other one, what are you going to do? Here you go. Make sure you have this first column here. This first column is important because we want to know sphere 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So we go ahead now. Here you go. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paste in the spot right here. Okay. And don't split the table between pages. If necessary, insert a page break. Now we have the second table is split between 2 pages. That's fine. What else? It takes a little bit of time, okay? But that's how we prepare the lab report. Then the next should be the graphs. So let's see, we get the graphs there. Let's get the graphs. Okay, one graph is here. You can copy. Yeah, see, you label mass, volume, right? That's for the ruler. That's good. Right? Go, copy and paste there. You can center justify make sure it's large enough so I can read it. Okay, for the ruler. Next, for the vernier caliper. Okay, and can you put that? No. Make sure it's large enough, right? You don't want to shrink it too much so you don't see anything, right? Go. And the next one, micrometer. What next? Okay. Graphs, error analysis. What's the error analysis? The error analysis is the percentage difference that we get there at the end in the CL. The answers, I'm not asking for answers to any questions anymore, okay? So let's go here. So that would be part of error analysis. You go copy and paste. And if you're doing the actual experiment, then that's not the case for this class, right? Because we are meeting virtually. You'd have to put another page there. Oh, here you go. To make it look nice. Oh, you might want to increase. Okay, good. Use the space in a nice way. This cell should be a little bit wider. Let's see if I can do it better than that. Okay. Yeah, you want yeah, this cell, oh, this 10, right? Size 10 should be 12. Okay. Okay, at least 12. Here you go. Let's make it 12 here. Or maybe 14. Here you go. So you can save a little bit of space. Let's see if I can do 12. Let's see if I can save spaces 12. You might want to take it out a little bit of the decimal place. Okay, now we got it. We put a line on the right side. Should be a little bit heavier. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that leave like that. And the last table, this one right in here. Never split the table into pages. So I just, this guy, what's the size? 12, okay, but make sure to make it look nice. Make sure they have the same size. Let's see, 14, yeah. Okay, here you go. Okay, so that's what you're supposed to do, okay? That would be the hard copy, and then you save it. I'm not going to be very strict what is going to be PDF. Doesn't have to be necessarily PDF. Okay, so let me change that in my lab report. Lab report hard copy. Either can be, must be in my end. The hard copy of your lab report must be either in Microsoft Word or PDF formats, either one. And that's number 4. Let me upload that again. Here we go. Yeah. And am I going to? Okay, so that's what we have.
Professor, just to make sure, for the error analysis, it's just copying and pasting that table, correct?
Yeah, that's right. The error analysis is the CL and the slope by percentage difference. Yeah, I don't require students to write it, okay? Because I think what is important is to display the table.
Yeah, and then as so that we can quickly save it as a reference, can you that file that you just did as an example, can you put it into the folder really quick so we can
Sure.
save
This
it?
one
Thank
here?
you so much. Yeah,
one.
that document, correct. Yeah, just so that we have a reference point for everything.
Let me see that. I'll put the PDF format. Okay, save as.
Thank you.
Let me see here. I don't want to save here. I want to save elsewhere. So let me see, hard copy sample. And let me, oh, what happened? Here it goes, save, copy. Is that here? Where is that? P37. Hard copy sample right here, but now I'm going to put in PDF format. Okay, and let's go there. Hard copy sample, this one here. Group 2. One more file, hard copy. Okay, hard copy sample. Any more questions? Okay, so you have one more week to work on the lab report, right? The hard copy and the spreadsheet. And we can, if you don't have any questions, we can stop now.
Yeah, I have some questions, but it's
Yeah.
regarding specifically our group. So if you wanted to do that afterwards, then yeah, we just
Okay, then.
wanted to review the
Uh-huh.
grading so that we know not to make the same mistakes.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Let me stop the recording first, so I don't create a very large file.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And I'm going to stop sharing. Let's see here.